Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another amazing episode. Today, I am joined by someone I'm so excited to finally get this interview with. This is one of my best friends in real life, and especially my best friend on the ship. We have Sammy Sanchez. He is the hype right now.
The hype.
He's the
Yes.
hype, a part of the Happenings cast on The Valiant Lady. I've known him as Sammy the Spark for a lot of the time, if not the whole time.
The whole time.
Yeah, he's a wonderful man. He is so talented. He's generous. He is a man of his word, and I'm just super excited to have him be a part of this. What's up, Sammy?
What's up, Ty? Thank
With,
you for
of
that. That
course.
was such a beautiful and amazing intro. I was not expecting that.
So tell the people, who are you from your own perspective?
Who I am from my own perspective. I think I'm someone pretty, fun, good to have around, trustworthy, energetic, pretty driven. I don't know if that makes sense, but just driven to like whatever I want, whatever I want to create, whatever I want for the future. Just make sure I'm trying to find what makes me happy, what makes me happy, and with that, create something for my future, for my family, for my friends. I like to make connections, people that I know or don't know, a lot of quality time and whatnot. Yeah, that's
Beautiful.
all I can say for right now.
Where are you from?
Puerto Rico.
See, yeah, Puerto
From
Rico.
Puerto Rico, originally born and raised, baby.
Living out in Orlando now? Or
Orlando.
Miami?
Orlando, if you know Orlando, Claremont, if you know Claremont, Groveland. But for now, we'll see.
Yeah. And Sammy not only is a special episode because he's literally one of my best friends, he is just a force to be reckoned with. He has his own company as well, right?
Oh, yeah, that is right. I just opened my own entertainment company. It's called The Movement Entertainment. You can look us up, Instagram. Yeah, I just recently opened it for a bunch of different entertainment. Basically, cater to whatever you need. If that's an event, if that's a wedding, if that's a quinceañera, if that's some kind of show, or mostly whatever kind of entertainment you need, we'll bring that. It's not only dancing. It's like I'm trying to find all the kind of skills, all the kind of like, what's it called, talent.
Yeah.
That is a special talent, that circus, singing, acting, or
Everything.
hosting. Now, if you're a happenings person or something,
Yeah. They'll go to you to find the happenings?
Yeah.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
maybe not the happenings, but you know what I'm saying. Some kind of
You can
host.
provide, yeah, you can provide that same style.
Of course, of
Absolutely. If you could describe your style of dance, what would it be? Because I know you do a lot of stuff, but mostly I feel like breaking is your favorite, or maybe it's just one of the styles that you're best at.
Well, definitely breakdance is, I'm pretty sure, the best style that I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, head spin Benny. Of
Ooh,
course,
yeah.
protect your head, because I didn't, and now I have to. Um, but definitely, breakdance is definitely one of my strongest. I would say fun. My best way of dancing is just fun.
Yeah.
I like to make things fun. I like to make things have a story. Like even if it's something serious, have like a little hint of like a something that will make you giggle, something that will have like some kind of meaning.
Yeah.
Create something that has a wow moment. I really like to create that, and sometimes both. If I can find a way to create something funny that is wow,
Yeah.
doesn't have to be a backflip, but something, I don't know.
Something.
I think that's like one of my traits when it comes into dancing, I guess.
Yeah, I can agree. Especially, we'll talk about it more, but the dance we made together, like, I think you're probably the first one that really added some extra to the dance itself, like cinematic storyline, like very fun. So we'll talk about that a little bit more. But let's talk about introduction of you, your background. I've known Sammy through the world of Sesame Street Live. He is also a Spider-Man. He is just a overall entertainer who's done a lot of cool stuff. But like, what was your background, whether it be like from schooling or just like where you learned that led you up to this point in like dancing and arts?
Yeah, honestly, I would say like sometimes I gotta look back. I don't know. Sometimes you forget where you come from.
Yeah.
And you're living in the moment. And you're like, oh my god, I don't like this, or why do I get this or don't get this or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And when I look back, honestly, a lot of things that I do, that I am today, has been self-taught because
Oh,
I come from
work.
Puerto Rico. I've never had like a what's it called, like an official training, and like
Yeah.
I had classes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 7 to 10. Like I never really had that. I would just go to classes whenever I could because I started breakdancing, and then I had my own dance crew back in Puerto Rico, so we would
Yep.
like practice and train all the time by ourselves. And then with that, dancing, breakdancing, what's it called, parkour, tricking, and all that stuff.
Yep.
That led me to like put all those three things together. I would say I started dancing because I didn't like the fact that people, and I don't know if it's still happening, but people will see you, oh, you're a breakdancer, then you only breakdance.
Right.
You
Right.
know?
Put you in a box.
And I was just
Yeah.
like, wait, no, I don't want that. I want to be a breakdancer that dances, or
Right.
a dancer that knows how to breakdance,
That part.
So that helped me like just keep going and training by myself with people, dancing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, dancing events, dancing quinceañeras, and everything's been just like that. Just growing through teaching myself, slash taking some dance classes, slash through my career.
Yeah.
During my career, I try to improve myself in whatever it is that I get. If I work at Disney dancing, if I work Sesame Street dancing,
Yeah.
when I was in Marvel, then I train myself into growing that stunt side of me or whatever.
Yep.
Just kind of keep on growing and use the people around me to do that as well, because I
Yeah.
don't know it all. So then I find someone that knows something that I don't. So then I try to like, how do you dance? How do you do this trick? How do you do this? How do you do that? And then learn from that.
So don't be afraid to ask, and don't be afraid to just do the work. Sammy's a great case. I mean, he's literally a professional who gets paid along the same as me. Like on the ship, I've done the same kind of job, and I may have had some type of different training, but Sammy is a case to be made where if you want it bad enough, you can get out there and get it done. And I admire that a lot about Sammy. He really does get things done. Manifestation powers are strong with this guy. Yeah, you're dope.
I would say like one of my other best friends, besides you, obviously.
Yeah.
Who's my partner in the company that I have, the Movement Entertainment. He always just like he gets mad at me in a way, in a good way, because like I could come up with things last minute.
Yep.
Either on purpose or not on purpose. So something like kind of like Mission Impossible kind of wise, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later maybe.
Uh-huh.
But like something that is like, oh my god, so last minute, and I'm just like, I always have this mentality. Thank you.
Yeah.
That if I really want it, I can make it happen. Everything is possible 100% of the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for that to happen, you have to have focus, and you gotta do things. Some of those things are easy, some of those things are hard.
Right.
Yet it's possible. If that makes sense.
Absolutely.
So I definitely do have that mentality of like, if I'm going for it, and it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But you just gotta want it enough.
I think it's a big part of how you've been successful, and just people in general, how you can find success. Is it you got to be driven, sure, but yeah, we talked about it a little bit before in some other episodes, but consistency. You just got to stay consistent. You just gotta go for it. What inspired you to start dancing? You kind of said you wanted to be the dancer and the break dancer, but is there something that maybe like an event that led you to become a professional?
I'm gonna be honest, and this is like I've gotten that question before, of course,
Yeah.
and I've always tried to narrow it down. So I say two things. One, I honestly don't remember exactly what made me start dancing, because I started breakdancing. I started breakdancing with one of my friends back in, I was middle school, I think.
Okay.
I don't remember how, remember what inspired us, but I remember that we started breakdancing YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
How to do a 6-step, how to do this other step, how to do a windmill. Like we just started breakdancing, and then I remember I took I went to see some kind of dancing event or some event and then this dancing studio were offering a boot camp.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, dancing boot camp, blah, blah, blah. And then I took that, and then through that, I started dancing more. Now, the second thing, the story that I think behind my life and my brain is my mom.
Hell
I
yeah.
always think about this. It's kind of unrelated, but I feel like, I don't know if my subconscious is kind of inspired by that. And I like to say this because it's fun. I love my mom, and it's kind of funny. She, back in Puerto Rico, obviously, when we were growing up and we would go to parties, quinceañeras, weddings, blah, 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 all those things.
Yeah.
Whenever we would do those things, she would make sure that we dance. She would tell us, okay, you have to learn how to dance salsa, bachata, merengue.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, and you have a girl, somebody else is going to come and steal your girl.
Okay,
So you can dance
okay.
with her. And I say, hold on. Ain't nobody going to steal my girl to dance.
Right.
Then I sure we're going to start dancing. So I started dancing salsa, merengue, bachata, just kind of getting used to that environment, because a lot of people are scared.
Mm-hmm.
And then I became the guy. I was like, okay, wait a second, I am the guy that takes the girls. So then I will see like guys, friend of mine that had like a partner or whatever, and you see the guy just like sitting, and the girl's like, moving her feet. And I'm like, come on. And I
Would
was
you like to
dance?
dance?
Yeah. I wouldn't like, really steal
yeah.
them, but like I will dance with them.
I've been around before, like, I don't, you probably remember this, but back in Barcelona, when we were, like, at a club, it was, like, me, you, and Lily Ooh, if you remember, and, like, y'all started dancing, and I was like, damn, I gotta learn how to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to have someone who can, like, do that, because there's always gonna be someone else who wants to be the partner, and maybe, I can't do it, or your friends can't do it, but there's always the guy, So, yeah, I like that. That's a good way to think about it.
Something like that probably kind of like, I don't know, led me into dancing.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure. I don't know. I don't have like a specific, don't
Right.
remember. Some people are like, oh, Michael Jackson or something.
Well, that's a huge answer. We've
Right.
gotten a couple times.
Right.
I don't know if I've ever told you. I said it before in a previous episode, but Booker T from WWE got me into breakdancing because he does a spinneroonie, and I used to practice it all the time.
Really?
Yeah, that's what got me started dancing.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah. Is there advice that you'd want to give to people, and/or advice that was given to you maybe from a mentor or something that you've learned that has really stuck with you that you love to share to people when they're maybe interested in joining the arts, or just like life advice that you live by?
Wow.
Big one. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what the podcast really is about, is like the advice and the inspiration.
Yeah, I mean, definitely one of them is like the one that we talked about earlier. Honestly, if you really want something, you just gotta really go for it. Something that I've learned, there's always an excuse for anything,
Yeah.
There's always an excuse, and it's up to you if you want to go by that or not. Honestly, based off my life, not to make other people feel less or more, but I've been self-taught. And
Yeah.
I'm here working in the same people that people have trained the entire life.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean that they're more or I'm less or they're less.
Yeah.
It's all about what your goals are and how you train yourself, and like what is your focus, what is it that you want to achieve,
Yeah.
in your life, in your career, in your body, in your mind. So I would say definitely like persistence. Everything is possible if you really want it. Just really go for it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's my main thing that's always in my mind. Everything is possible.
Sammy also has really good advice that stuck with me about life, where it's like life happens and things are just facts.
Oh.
And it's what you do with the facts that matter. So it's like whether you consider it good or bad, like maybe you hurt your foot. The fact is you hurt your foot. So are you going to give it rest, or are you going to complain about your foot being hurt? There's always a fact, and there's always a cause and effect, whether it be good or bad or right or wrong. And I like that a lot. Like,
Yeah.
is there a better, is that about right?
No.
Yeah.
It's about right. Obviously, it comes with different things. You can use that in different aspects. The same thing is like, let's say you're running late and you're in a train.
Yeah.
What's a fact that you're in a train and you're running late? What are you gonna do? You're gonna go crazy? Going crazy is not gonna make the train go faster.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, it's about, okay, what's the fact? Okay, this is what it is. I'm gonna be late. What can I do about this so I can not feel stressed and just find a solution? At this point, the fact is that you're gonna be late.
Right.
Period.
What are you going to do about
What
it?
are you gonna do about it? even if it's lying, if you want to lie about it, then sure. But like, it's about finding that peace of mind, and trying to find a solution, and just stay at peace, relax. It kind of open up your mind to and who you are as a person,
Yeah.
because you can use that again in different things. If you're late, if you hurt your foot, if like whatever situation it is, definitely. Just a fact. But
Sammy and I went to watch a movie on this contract. We went across the bridge and then across another bridge to Miami Beach. And the fact is, the movie ended and we were like, uh-oh. So we had to be back at 3 p.m. We called the Uber around 2, and Ubers aren't working. We're getting canceled on. And then finally we get this one Uber, and it's this older gentleman. And the fact is, he was not going to be helpful. That was the fact. And if you don't get back to the ship and clock in like you're on the ship, then it's a problem. But as long as you make it back before 3 and you hit that buzzer, essentially, you're good. And that really played into a big part of keeping me peaceful, honestly. Like, I used to be so much more of a wart kind of person, and Sammy knows that. He's known me for a while, and I think he might have even been a little shocked, but I was just kind of like, yeah, all right, you know, what we gonna do? Like, we were more so focused on trying to make sure the driver knew what was going on. Like, hey, can we do this or whatnot? By the way, driver completely speaks Spanish, I'm pretty sure, because I jumped in the car. First off, we ran to the car, so that should have prompted, oh, these guys are in a rush. We ran to the car. I could jump in. I go, hey, however safely you can, if you can get us over there before 3, our jobs depend on it. Nothing. He didn't say nothing back, but we were just kind of like, cool, all right, yeah.
All right.
Came to a couple points where he made a different choice and a turn that made us go, uh-oh, okay. The time kept creeping up, and then the very last possible moment he could have made a mistake, he did. He instead of turning left, he went around the long way, and so me and Sammy were like, okay, well, the fact is we're going to have 3 minutes flat to run from this place to the ship, like in the back area. And so we put on our name tags, we got our stuff ready. I was like, okay, you ready? Cool. And as soon as he didn't even come to a full complete stop. We were like, thank you, bye. And we just ran. The security guard outside, we flashed our badges. He was like, go. Went through security and full on, boom, sprinted like it were in the Olympics to get to the ship in the last possible second, literally at 2:59, clock. And we made it. But it's a good example of the same timing thing. Like, the fact is, we probably might be late, but what can we control? We can control running to try to get there, and even if we didn't get there on time, what do we control? We texted our higher ups and we're like, hey, here's the situation, whatever happens. But I think finding peace of mind also sometimes helps you make better decisions, because when you're worried or when you're freaking out, it's like you're gonna make rash, wild decisions because you're thinking too quickly, which is kind of like what happened with us today. We got to enjoy the newest Mission Impossible, and when you think about it, almost all those movies are about staying calm. Like, no one believes that the plan is going to work. It's an impossible thing. Yeah. But as long as you stay true to the plan, you deal with the facts, because they usually have a plan and something goes wrong. The fact is, this happened, it's wrong, let's fix it. It's maybe that's why you love Mission Impossible so much,
what? Maybe, I'm not thinking about it. I was like, hold on, wait a second, that's like my life.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. And, dude, the new Mission Impossible is insane. We won't, get too crazy, but, yeah, that's a good connection, if you will.
Yeah. Watch Mission Impossible, and you'll understand better.
Yeah, shout out to Tom Cruise. He's a friend of the podcast. We love you, Tom. We miss you. Hope to see you on season 2. The dance we made was so much fun. Again, like I had said, Sammy, he does bring, a different aspect to the things that he creates and touches, and we decided to put a little story. I obviously let the guests choose their music, and Sammy had a couple of different things. And then when we got together, we were like, all right, let's do the Wii theme music. And of course, we're just sitting there kind of thinking it through. And what's nice about me and Sammy is we have known each other a long time, but our creation process usually mixes really well. Sammy we love living on the edge, bro. He had to go to work, and at the last possible take we had for this, which you will see, it was the last take. As soon as that take was over, he said, okay, thanks, gotta go. And ran to his job so he wasn't late. And you know what? It's all about staying calm and getting what you need done. But this dance is so much fun, dude. Yeah. Thank you so much. We used the little controllers, a little bit of breaking, some floor work, if you will. I like the way that he moves and flows, so I was excited to try that. A big kind of stunt in this one with the back handspring almost into the... So yeah, you guys are going to love this one for sure. A huge shout out to Sammy for kind of creating it, which actually I had a specific question just for you, Samuel. Well, kind of, I don't know. It's more so, is there one thing that you learned early on in your career that you still hold on to today? Like, is there maybe even move sets or whatever that you're glad you learned? Is there something that you would say you use periodically? Like, maybe you have a signature move even. Is there something that you still do?
Definitely a lot of my breakdance stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, that is something that obviously you gotta keep training so you can do it the best that you can. But there's so many moves in breakdance that I still do: flare, windmill, air swipes, hand hops.
Yep.
That I do easy. Obviously I need to warm up to make them better sometimes. But there's some moves, 6 steps,
Headspins even.
Headspin. Yes, headspin, but I have a little bald spot and something hurts my neck, so I don't do headspins as much anymore.
Yeah.
So don't be reckless with that, because then you won't be able to do many more headspins. But the headspins used to be my trick. But pretty much everything breakdance wise,
Yeah.
I think those are the things that I'm glad I learned, because I can still do them,
Mm-hmm.
and they're impressive. And I don't need to go crazy. Like, you go in a dance, you do 2 flares, and wow, I don't have to make 30 flares.
Right.
You
People, yeah, they love it. I feel like it probably books jobs sometimes too. They're like, "Oh, you're breakdancing. Oh,
Yeah.
put it in the commercial. Put it
You
in
do
the thing."
tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a different approach you take to collaboration when it's not your friends? Like, because I feel like you do collaborate a lot with friends. So how do you approach it when it's maybe a client, or if it's someone that you haven't gotten to know yet? Like, what would that creation process be like?
If I were to collaborate specifically,
Yeah.
um,
Like, if we had done this project and you didn't know me, say like a new Happenings member, or well, I guess you would know them, but like someone from a new team was like, "Hey, I'm doing this project." How would you go about collaborating differently between like a new person and someone that you've obviously had a connection with?
I feel like it depends. So, like, if we were to do something like this, where like I'm trying to make a dance, like, it's kind of, well, for me at least, that's what it was. It's more driven to like us doing a dance. Then yes, I will still work on choreographing or working on the dance or with the performance.
Yeah.
But then I will also try to get to know you. I think that's one of my biggest thing, to get to know the person that I'm working with. You know, specifically if we're like, sorry, if we're ooh, burps.
It's the popcorn.
Popcorn.
Yep.
A lot of popcorn. I eat a lot of popcorn. Yeah. Yeah, I like to like get to know the person, and get to like what's your style? What do you like? What kind of personality? Some people like more political things, some people more sentimental, some people like more funny, some people just like strong, or some people don't really think about the story. Some people just think about choreographing. They hear ping pum pow and they're like pum pum pow, I like to think a lot of story, I like to make a little story. I like to make a little something funny. Not always, but a lot of times. I want everything make sense.
Yeah.
So if I were to collaborate with someone, I like to get to know them a little bit, so we can both work it in the best way possible,
Yeah.
Like, put a little bit of your best and put a little bit of my best, and then it can be 2 great things, Not
Absolutely.
just like yours and not just like mine.
Yeah.
Just
Healthy mindset.
Yeah.
I like that.
50-50.
Very good. 50-50.
50-50 make 100,
That is how the numbers work.
Yeah.
Math. As someone who owns their own business, what's like a good step for someone else to take that venture, like to start going towards their own business? Like, what was some of the challenges you faced that maybe you'd be like, hey, be careful of this? Sammy, also, hello, real people job, realtor, correct?
Life insurance.
Life insurance. Why did I think realtor? I think I've done that before too. I always think it's like housing for
I don't
some
know.
reason.
Maybe we have to talk about things like that, but
Yeah.
health and life insurance.
Health and life insurance. My man does the real people jobs. Did any of that experience help whenever it came to like making your own business?
Not really.
Yeah.
No, not really. That was just like another thing that I want to experience. Also, my mom does it, so I wanted to keep kind of, I don't want to say the family business, because it's not really a family business.
Yeah.
But, I want to gain that knowledge and whatever she has, because she's been successful. I want to try and carry that on.
Yeah.
So, and I'm a person, I consider myself a jack of all trades.
Right.
Is that what it is,
Yep. Yep.
Like, I don't necessarily have one thing that's like super strong that I'm like, oh my God, I'm really good at, that I can think of. But anyways, I like to know and do a lot of things, have a lot of experiences everywhere, be able to do a lot of things. I can do regular hip-hop or commercial, whatever, but I also do breakdance, but I also do tricks, but I also do stunts, but I also do hosting.
It all, baby.
I have
Does it
life
all.
insurance and I have health insurance, I
And
want to have
realtor
and realtor, no, not realtor. The choreographer, creating things, like that creative mindset. Like, I like to do a little bit of everything in general, because I'm a street smart.
Street smart, yeah.
Street smart.
Absolutely.
Street smart. And what helped me decide, and this is like me and my best friend, like, we always been doing it.
Yeah.
We kind of been doing it, we always like here and there create things. For me was that I'm in a point of like, okay, I don't mind keep performing. I like it. I enjoy it. I love it. But I can tell I'm ready to move on.
Right.
I can tell that I'm ready to create. Like regardless if I'm in it or not, create something new, create something bigger, create something else. So I feel like that's my way of like, okay, maybe my body and my mind is not ready to keep on dancing. Like maybe I'm done. My way to keep on performing or sharing my knowledge, my everything that I am and I've created, is to create it.
Right.
To
Actually,
teach it,
yeah.
to pass on the knowledge to somebody else that is able to keep on doing it. You know what I mean? And with this entertainment company, it'll do that.
Right.
Not only I'm able to share all the knowledge that I have creating something for whoever may need something, but I like my people. I like to help people. I like to help my friends, and I want to be that person that gets you a job, gets you a gig, gets you traveling, gets you to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Maybe some people has a special skill that they're like, oh, I don't know what to do, but I'm like, I got you. I know.
Yep.
Come on up. I have this gig that I want you to do whatever it is that you want to do.
Yeah.
So I think that's what really inspired me, and I would tell people like, not everybody should open a entertainment company because not everybody's like up for that.
Yeah.
But like if that's what it is for you, like where are you in your heart? Do you want to keep performing? Are you done? Was it just a little pastime, or
Right.
what is it that you feel with this entertainment and career life that you have created?
Find out who you are first before you make a big decision, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Work. Yeah. Well, my man, I love you and I appreciate you, and I'm so glad you came to be a part of this. And our dance is super dope. You have to watch this episode, y'all. It's so much fun.
It is really fun.
And it encompasses everything the series is about. We did it last take as quick as quick gets, and the choreo was made pretty quick too.
Yeah.
Like this one was a quick one. But I want to give a huge thank you to Sammy for coming on here. It's my brother, my family. Truly love you. And I have been your host, Ty Nelson. Where can people find you, Sammy? What's your Instagram and everything?
Well, at the moment, you can find me on Instagram as Sammy Sanchez. Ooh, Sanchez. Sammy Sanchez. And also, if you were trying to find a company, is The Movement Entertainment.
Mm-hmm. There it is. And that's strictly through Instagram, yeah?
Instagram, yes.
Beautiful. Yeah. Catch Sammy up until when is this contract over?
The end of August.
June, July. Yeah, this might be out by then. We'll see how it goes. But find Sammy. Check him out. He's in Orlando, and also he does amazing stuff, and he's just a wonderful human. He's an icon of Virgin Voyages, and he has great reviews all over the place, so I'm sure we'll be seeing more of him. But I want to say thank you once again for coming on, and we hope that you find some inspiration in this episode today. Hopefully you really enjoy the video. It's a fun dance, and the best part about it is we hope that one day we'll see you out on the dance floor. There it is, everybody. Thank y'all. Bye-bye.
We'll see you later.
Want to play Smash?
Yeah, let's go Smash.
Let's Smash. Oh, yeah, we got a cool one. Yay! Yeah. Oh, shit.